Good morning and happy Tuesday, beautiful souls. I am Miss Psychic D. I am doing an impromptu little reading today. I want to do another Celtic spread just to tap into the current energies. I know for myself and a lot of others out there, we are still experiencing the contrast of this retrograde type energy. So I really felt inspired, good things coming anyway, to do a bit of a Celtic spread just to help people out, including myself. I did get downloaded a message this morning from Spirit, and they really want to encourage everyone to remember who they really are. The general gist of it, I did take notes, but it's not collaborated, so to speak, because I just work in real time. But the message I was saying is like, you know, anyone can go out and get new material possessions. Anyone can go out and get thinner. Anyone can go out there and put on weight or muscle. Anyone can change their appearance. They can get a new wardrobe. They can get more money. They can do get new relationships. They can go out and get all those wonderful new things. But they're not things that are going to actually change the person or the soul or the spirit of who they really are. So I think there is a very big contrast and a clash at the moment between those who are still working out of ego, seeking things outside of themselves, refusing to do the shadow work, refusing to go within and do all that sort of stuff. If that's you, obviously I'm not going to be your jam. I'm here to help those who want to help themselves, but I'm here to help those who, like me, are doing the inner work right now, facing those sides of your shadow self, making positive choices for yourself. Because at the end of the day, like I say, you can go and make all the physical changes to your environments and appearance and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, you are still who you are. So continue to walk with integrity, you guys. Continue to put your own self-love first, your value, all your morals and your values and everything like that. Make sure that, you know, you're focused more so on those things, because I do see really good things coming in for those who are actively doing the shadow work right now. So that was a bit of a side message from Spirit. They actually gave it to me, but I wanted to share it with you. So, because I do notice there's a lot of people at the moment struggling with self-esteem issues, confidence, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. And that's been coming up in the last couple of weeks of readings anyway. But for today, I'm going to do the Celtic spread just to receive a channeled message for us all, just to help us where we are. All we have is now. And if you're with me, we're moving forward. Tomorrow, I'll be back with star signs. So subscribe and make sure you put the notification bell on for that. On Thursday, I'll be back for the collective reading reading for the week ahead. Because on Friday, that's when I leave to go on my little bit of a road trip. And I'm so looking forward. We've got a really good turnout that's coming on Friday night. So I can't wait to catch up and have a drink and actually put on my new black dress that I bought. So thanks to everyone who's got in contact with me. I can't wait to meet you. There's so many. I literally said to another lady, I think I'm going to have to make some name tags and look like little gooses, because I know energies and I know faces on the screen, but I haven't met you guys in person yet. So I'm really excited to meet you and see what bloody happens. So and then obviously I'm away after that. So my event on Saturday, there are still a few tickets left if you do want to come to the Law of Attraction in Action event on Saturday morning at the Logan West Community Centre. Tickets can be purchased online on my website, or you can just message me and you can just do a direct bank transfer if that's what you prefer. All right, let's ask Spirit to use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection to offer the collective consciousness, myself included, those who choose to be a little bit more spirit-led, something that they feel we need to know today. Let's not put a linear time frame on it. What can you give us at the moment just to soothe ourselves for now? Levels of awareness, things that we can work on, things that we should be mindful of, anything. And I'm really hoping that the wind doesn't blow all my cards away. All right, so the current card, we have the base of the matter. We've got the crossing card, which is what's stopping our momentum from moving forward. We've got the top card, which is situations that hang over our head. Bottom card is the base of the matter. Got past influences or experiences that may be hindering us right now. We've got the future experiences here. We've got an extension of the base of the matter that's coming in right now. We also got what we see of others and what others see of us. We've got hopes and fears here, and then we've got the ultimate outcome. So I'll also pull some fairy cards after that. I'll just grab them to see what comes up. So, all right, let's do this. Current energies. All right, we're going two ways. Some people could be having a little bit of a mental health struggle right now. It's time not to listen to ego. I know it's easier said than done. But it's time not to listen to ego or other people. It's time to go within. Do not be influenced by others right now. Because the energies right now can really go two ways. So you know what it's going to be like for you. I feel they're telling me that some of you may feel like you're using a person, an experience, a reason, an excuse as to why you can't move forward. So I would, if I was in your physical shoes and I'm doing this process myself behind the scenes, I would be taking a good look at my life, doing a bit of self-reflection, and maybe find what excuses or external sources that you're using as your excuse not to move forward, because they more so are highlighting the word excuse. So that could be happening right now. There is still growth here, which is kind of good. Yeah, what's crossing it is that maybe a lot of you aren't taking the time out to nurture your emotional selves here. They just told me codependence. So there still could be a lot of people out there at the moment that really struggle to go within and understand that this life and this journey is yours and yours alone. The wonderful news with this is I feel like if you're feeling a little bit isolated in the hermit type energy, feeling alone, rejected, abandoned, anything like that right now, don't use what other people have done to you as an excuse for you not to move forward. That's going to be really important. Rejection is God's redirection. You are being redirected right now, but unless you come back to the source, which is yourself, focusing on your own, like I say, morals, values, integrity, vision, 12-month plan, all that sort of stuff, and nurture that within yourself emotionally, it's still going to be a hairy ride for you. So we are being really encouraged right now to tap into our emotional selves, do what feels best throughout each and every moment of the day. Even if you can't jump from depressed to joy, you can't even get from hopeful to joy. It's too much of a massive jump. If you want to download the Emotional Guidance Scale by Esther Hicks, that's a really good process where you can go and identify where you are on the emotional scale and just see what thought can I think or what action can I do to help myself move up the chain just a little bit. But they're singing me that song, you're riding solo. So if you have disconnected from a lot of people, places, things, thoughts, habits, behaviors that aren't conducive to your highest good, for the highest good of all right now, and you are riding solo, continue doing that, because I really do, even on a psychic sense, before I turn over any more cards, and I've said this in the previous weeks, don't live on a prayer, so to speak, but just live in the knowing that good things are coming in that are going to be emotionally rewarding for you. So what's hanging over our head? We want it all. We want it all. We want it now. Be mindful of instant gratification as well. So if anything's going to slip anyone up right now, it's doing things for instant gratification. Soul work does take time. And obviously the older you get, the more that you feel like you've got to undo. But Spirit do want everybody to know that we are wrapping up a cycle in our lives. Everyone has their own energetic timeline, so your timeline is not going to be the same as anybody else's. You will find that those who you do collaborate with are probably the ones, it's probably like all the ladies and peeps that are coming to join me on Friday night. Our timelines are obviously very similar, otherwise we wouldn't align to get together on Friday night. So a lot of you do have to step out of this hermit type energy and stop using excuses as to why you can't go out, why you can't put yourself out there, why you can't do half the things you do. Don't use anything outside of yourself as an excuse. It's all about the experience. It's all about the emotional joy and what are you saying? Experience of it all. But please know that we are wrapping up a cycle. So even though you are feeling how you're feeling right now, it is definitely coming into completion. What I've been really, really suggesting and recommending for myself and others to do, especially in private readings, is to start loving yourself where you are, love others where they are, come back to self, do those self-love, self-caring, self-nurturing, get everything up to date. Even if you have to create a to-do list to clean up a little bit more residual energy, clean up your spaces, have an honest and authentic communication with other people. It's time to go from that space, because if you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So it's time to write those things that you do want down now, project it out to the universe, place your order with the universe, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, because in the next 3 to 6 months, there is a very, very strong possibility that if you've done this shadow work right now, that it's all going to come full circle and you're going to start a whole new cycle. Could be with new people, in new places, in new jobs. There's a very big, strong sense of newness that's coming in from this moment forth, but we've just, once again, got to continue to work through this cycle. Base of the matter, a lot of people will be traveling. A lot of people will be moving. A lot of people are literally just not settling for less anymore, and they're going to go where the inspiration goes. That if your soul's calling for you to do that, by all means, keep running with that, especially if you're not letting excuses hold you back. We are in emotionally rocky times. I can feel it. Every time I tap into the collective, I'm experiencing stuff like that myself. So, you know, none of us get out of this unscathed, but there is new levels of inspiration that are being birthed from those things that you don't want, or the contrast that you're experiencing right now. So it is serving a purpose. They just told me my analogy, you know, so I think a lot of people are turning their pain into their purpose. And then when they find their purpose, even though it's joy, whatever your source of inspiration is, that's going to become your passion. I do see a whole new cycle beginning where there's going to be a lot more passionate people around. They're fighting the good fight. To me, this represents paying it forward type of things, being able to give people good advice, teaching others through the clarity of your own example, all that sort of stuff. So if you are a mentor or a coach or someone who's going through their stuff right now, I would do up a little bit of a business plan, even if you're not ready to get it off the ground or anything. I would really start laying some solid foundations, because I think all coaches, mentors, teachers, anyone that's going into a higher level of awareness are going to start teaching from that space. So that's the base of the matter. Past influences. A lot of you may have had to stick up for yourself. Hopefully you've done that in a healthy way, but it's so funny, even though this is a past experience, the message with this is what Spirit are telling me is, because you stood your ground, because you honored yourself, because you chose healthy habits, behaviors, choices. Like I said right at the beginning, you stood in your integrity, you are honest, transparent, authentic, all that sort of stuff. You've communicated your needs, you've worked with Source. First and foremost, you're going to get your rewards. So I know it feels like you're pushing shit uphill right now, and that, you know, you just feel like there's no end to this friggin' tunnel that you're going through. There is a light at the end of it, and you're just about to come out of it. You're going to get rewarded, especially over the next 3 months. Over the next 3 months, should you be doing the shadow work in that here now, because you stood your ground, because you set up healthy boundaries, because you say yes to more things that actually float your boat, because you only made choices and decisions that were congruent to your 3-month plan, 6-month plan, 12-month plan, and you got moving, you got out of this hermit mode. You honored your emotions first and foremost. If it feels icky, leave it alone. If it feels good, do it within reason. But even though that's in the past position, I feel like because in the past you may have stood your ground and you may have really changed your life, it's going to pay off for you. It's going to pay off for you for sure. Absolutely. It's future influence is a magician. So a lot of energy workers out there, or people who have been working their energy. When I say working your energy, that means going back to self and making the necessary adjustments to your own life that is required to help you move forward. You've got some magical energy coming in for you. This is master manifestation type energy to me. All the resources that you're asking for are coming in. It's going to be a byproduct of how you feel, how you think, who you hang around, the choices that you make, how you communicate with yourself first and foremost, communicate with Source, communicate with others. There's showing me abundance going to start trickling in for you. So whatever your version of abundance is. I love this magician. Illusions, maybe a lot of you, like me, have seen past the illusion now. We've gone beyond the veil. We see it for what it is. and we've made the most appropriate decisions and choices for ourselves on a higher vibrational plane for our future self. So if that's you, you're about to reap the rewards, baby. You're about to reap the rewards. If not, that's your guidance. Your guidance is to do the inner work, you know. Either that or you're still stuck with people, places, things that are just selling you an illusion. You know, I say they're selling you a daydream and delivering you a nightmare, whether this is in your workplace, your love life, your friendship sectors, your whatever, wherever you are. So it's time to rise up. The extension of what's happening now is the King of Cups. I think this come out in one of the other collective readings. You yourself are either standing up in your emotional power and you're just not selling for BS and using excuses anymore. There could also be a masculine energy that steps forward for you that comes to you with an emotional offer. Use your discernment with this, because I've got, what did they just say? I don't know what the first word was. Something called fiddler. So you either got someone who is trying to play with you like a fiddler, like very childlike type energy, but then there's a masculine energy here, and it can be male or female. I'm just reading the energy of it. Someone there's actually very emotional offers coming in, and it's going to come from masculine energies. So masculine energies to me represent those in their power. They know what they want. They're very self-actualized. Really, really nice energy. I love it. But a lot of you can start expecting some really positive emotional offers coming in for you guys here. And it's all because you've done the shadow work. And it's just hard to see when you're not physically experiencing it, because most people need to see it to believe it. Spirit is saying right now, your only job is to believe it so you can see it, because it's definitely coming in with your manifestations here. So if you are experiencing anything in the next 2 to 3 months and it's still not to your liking, it's the same shit, same story, whatever, that's because you're manifesting it. That's because you're manifesting it. So yeah, what you see of others, what others see of you, there's actually contracts coming up. So there's higher levels of commitment. This contract can be when it comes to work and stability and security. This can actually come in love interests as well. Some of you will be taking your love life to a higher level of commitment. So you may be signing marriage. You may be getting married. Some of you may be actually getting divorced. Either which way, it is for your highest good. Make sure that you're doing it by choice. But it's kind of like we are closing out a cycle right now, so we can get our newfound inspiration to get what we want. And if you're not vibrating in security, stability, surety, and all that now, this can mean so many different things. So if you're insecure, unstable, unsure in your relationships, and you're not having the open communication, you're not getting the help, maybe some of you need to go to couples counselling or something like that, then this could end in divorce by the signing of the paper. But if you're putting in the active energy work, you're trying to make ends meet, you're collaborating as individuals, but joining that timeline as a couple or whatever, there's a higher level of commitment coming in for you. Wheels are big, wheels keep on. This is a hope of fear. A lot of people fear that nothing's changing because you're not seeing it yet. But Spirit is saying that the karmic wheel, look at this. I can't show you this because it's got nudity on it, but we got the world and the Wheel of Fortune and the world. So we're ending out our karmic cycle. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's a thing to the message, the symbology to the message that I got, and we're going to start a whole new chapter. Are you scripting? Are you scripting that for yourself, or are you not? Ultimate outcome. Yes, the Queen of Wands here. This is rebirth. Bring on the rebirth. It's a very painful process, At the moment, we're probably in the labor stage, We're having our contractions and the clock's ticking. You can see the clock ticking and there's no baby yet. There's no rebirth yet. What the hell's going on? Spirit wants you to know that with the Wheel of Fortune, the wheels are definitely moving. With the World card, we are wrapping up a cycle and starting a whole new one. You have been given the gift of lineal time right now to design and create this life that you desire. I will help those who are coming on Saturday morning with that more specifically. And I'm really excited about that. But yeah, we're basically got our heads halfway poking out the birthing canal right now, and some are going to be finding it getting a lot more easier and easier and easier for you. Some of you are just about, you're not even dilated yet, so it is going to get really, really sticky and painful. So my own advice and guidance is to be kind. Please be kind. Be nice to everybody at the moment. I know it's really hard when you're probably feeling like you're being attacked left, right, and center, and there's so much contrast and that happening around you. But yeah, we're definitely going through a death and rebirth 2020 on the camera. Everything's syncing up, but we are the creators of our own reality. So you will manifest your ultimate outcome, whether it's positive or negative. So my main goal to jump on and do this all the time for you guys is to help you keep on the track a little bit, maybe give you a new perspective, support you in some way, because I know I need it too. So, all right, we'll get some fairies just to top this up. See what the fairies have to say. They just want everybody to maybe get into some music, play some music. Obviously, don't listen to music or try to avoid music that's going to make you feel depressed, reflecting on all the absence of everything in your life and all that. That's anti-law of attraction. It's more about listening to music that's going to raise your vibration, that's actually going to give you hope and give you inspiration in some way. It's about filling our days, especially over the coming week or so, with people, places, things that actually inspire us. So, yeah. All right. Let's get some fairies. I'm not going to do these in any particular order. I've got a holiday. Who's going on a holiday? That'll be me. So maybe some of you need to take a holiday or have a break of some sort. I would really release the resistance. Release the resistance. You got to remember that energy has a momentum. And when it gets going too fast, whether it's getting fast in anxiety, whether it's getting fast in depression, whether it's getting fast in excitement, or whatever it is, it's got a momentum. So I think the most important piece of advice that Spirit can guide us with is to find balance in the momentum of what we're doing. So some of you may need to take a holiday, take some time out, maybe just take the day off work. It doesn't have to be anything great. It's just solely for the intention to give yourself some time to honor yourself. The answers that you're looking for can be found during a vacation retreat or holiday getaway. Some of you may even just want to go on a retreat, like a little bit of a weekend retreat, or set one up for yourself. I know back in the day when I didn't have two bobs to rub together, I would go down and I'd buy a face mask and I'd buy bubble bath and I'd buy some new nail polish and, new body cream, and I'd actually set up the ambience of it for myself. So you don't need to actually go away. It's about honoring the fact that you need a break or you need some time off or some self-love, self-care type of energies. So very good. Yes, we've got affirmations. Remember the power of affirmations? I do upload a self-script that I channel each and every week. You can go and check in both community sections and on Facebook for that. But affirmations are going to be your friend right now. The way you talk to yourself is really important. You need to lift your thoughts and your energy, attract what you desire through positive affirmations here. If you're using excuses, you're blaming everybody else for your current situations, doing all that stuff, you're manifesting more and more of the same. More and more of the same. And like I say, when it comes to affirmations, or maybe a lot of people don't touch on this, don't create affirmations for yourself that are too far to reach. Like if you're feeling really ugly and you look in the mirror and you go, I'm so beautiful, you're beautiful and all that, you're just going to go, you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself. What you can say is affirmations like, when I look at myself in the mirror, I may not like exactly what I see, but I'm working on it. And I can get through this. And there's so many products out there. That I can go and explore and investigate to change this and to change that and do this and do that. I might even actually go and do a few processes to clear up my skin or whatever it is for you. That's the example of an affirmation, self-script. So instead of looking in the mirror and beating yourself up, or blaming external people for what's going on in your world or whatever, it's about finding your own internal dialogue just to soften and soothe it in your now. So as Esther Hicks says, you've got 17 seconds to change your thoughts. So it does take a bit of diligence to sort of get that way. And trust me, look at that, it literally jumped out. We got travel as well. I got travel in the spread as well. Some of you may just need to go on a road trip. So even if some of you could be traveling overseas, maybe some of you may be astral traveling in your mindset. Could be anything, but there's a level of travel. I'd go on a road trip, even if you just give yourself a Sunday drive somewhere. Get out of where you are, especially if you're stuck in the hermit energy. And I think I just got bit by an ant. So we got, not only do we get holiday, we got travel. So if you are wanting a holiday, go there in your mind, go there in your thoughts, go there in your feeling, visualize it, live it like you have it already. And before you know it, you'll be boarding that plane or jumping on that train or jumping in the car and tootling off like I am on Friday. Yeah. All right. So like I say, ask for what you want. That's the collaborative energy. In the current energy, you got to start asking the universe from what, you got to start asking the universe for what you want. It is birthed from identifying and acknowledging those things that you don't want. But it takes a real disciplined, wanting to have better for yourself, wanting to do better for yourself type energy to start going into the laws of attraction and start manifesting for that for yourself, because it is definitely coming in. So place your order with the universe. If you need some help with it, ask me a question down below. I'm happy to help you. We also got spiritual teacher. So what did I say? A lot of people, if you're a coach, a mentor, and like I say, you don't have to do it in a public setting. You don't have to do it as a business. You don't have to do anything. It's not about, it's about non-judging other people for where they are just because you've learnt your lesson, just because you know better or anything like that. That's not what it's about. It's about being a positive influence so we can shift the actual dynamic of the entire place. And they just said reverse it. So some of you, even if you are quite aware, like I consider myself quite emotionally mature and all that sort of stuff, I have to be open to teaching as well, someone to teach me, if that makes sense. So be open to teaching, or be open to teach others without judgment and condition, and just accept and know that everyone is where they're at. And if, or you have to be open to teaching. And Spirit just wants you to know, just to soothe your precious little souls. Look at the big rain cloud come back over. Nice, 27 on the camera too. Everything's going to happen in perfect timing, you guys. This is everything that's been happening at the moment is divinely orchestrated. You've got to get yourself into alignment with the divine. That's as high vibrational as you can. Everything that you're asking for is going to come in perfect timing, divine order, divine timing, not a second sooner. If it does come a second sooner than what it's meant to right now, before you're ready, so to speak, vibrationally, then it may actually come back as yet another lesson. So that's not what Spirit wants for you, but if that's the way it has to be, then that's cool too, because nothing's ever going wrong. Everything's always going right. Everything is for your highest good. But at the end of the day, we are closing out a very big cycle in our lives. It is very tiring. It is very draining. So continue the juices and the high vibrational meals and, you know, exercise and making positive choices. Stop listening to your excuses. And we should be popping out of this. We should be coming out of the birth canal really soon. We're just about to start crowning, and then boom, the world will come in where everything will just make sense. Everything will come together. The right people, the right connections, the right jobs, the right amount of money, the stability, the security, and most of all, those bloody contracts. Because let's face it, here in the 3D world, we need to have a contract to make us feel stable and secure. So you'll either get that, either that or you're just feeling stable and secure within yourself first and foremost. So that's the guidance. Anyway, I hope that helped you. Like I say, I'll be back tomorrow for star signs, Thursday for the week in advance, and on Friday night, I really look forward to seeing all you beautiful souls for a little bit of a drinking, a catch up, and just a general yarn, you know what I mean? Meet and greet. Love it, can't wait. And everyone who's coming on Saturday morning, can't wait to help pump you with information and answer your private questions, or Spirit will anyway, with anything that you're going through right now. So have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.